It's nerve-wracking. You sit in line on the runway, shoulder to shoulder with strangers, waiting for that sky-bound tin bucket to take flight, peering through a makeup mirror-sized hole, watching as fellow travelers whose time has come launch off to wherever it is they're going. And no matter how many times you've flown, somewhere in the back of your mind, it's hard to shake the thought that it only has to go down once. As effortlessly as if they'd been crafted by the hands of God, one plane takes off, and then another, and another, and before you know it, it's your turn. The acceleration alone sends you back in your seat. You remind yourself to breathe as you feel the tires lift off the ground, and just as the altitude begins to climb, you see it. Suddenly, your fears of imminent death are a distant memory, as your mind becomes otherwise occupied, as your mind becomes otherwise mesmerized by the landscape of your life, rapidly receding until beyond recognition. You've seen it all before, but each time it still finds a way to reignite the more contemplative side of your human nature. Just how very little time and effort it takes to find yourself far enough removed from this world that it almost begins to look insignificant. Still, you'll inevitably spend your entire life completely wrapped up in it. As I'm sure many of you can relate, I've flown over my share of countryside, from mountains to oceans, through sunrises and sunsets. And while it has all possessed a certain beauty, I've found myself truly entranced by the ebbs and flows of a large lake as seen from 30,000 feet. You see, I find it oddly revelatory that when you're floating on the surface of the water, the wake of any passing vessel is only really felt for a handful of seconds. You anticipate the turbulence as the other ship approaches, brace yourself for impact at the sight of the oncoming waves, and are soon left watching as the reverberations move on and you return to your sunny summer's day. But when viewed from such great heights, when taking on this broader, more complete perspective, it's easy to see the long trail left by each passing traveler. In fact, it quickly becomes obvious just how widespread and enduring are the ramifications of any movement made by any craft on the surface of the water, not just on the fabric of the water itself, but on any other sharing the space, they too just hoping for their own smooth journey home. So often in life, we wander this earth unaware of our inherent power to change that which we experience on a day-to-day basis. Society and our human nature alike would have us believe that we, like the decisions we make, are small and unimpactful, that meaningful change is launched in some far-off place by men and women greater than ourselves, and that we are only pawns caught up in a game of life that simply happens to us. So we lie, we cheat, we steal. We move guided by values rooted in scarcity, believing that nothing we do ever really matters, so why not get what we can while we can by whatever means necessary. However, while up close it may seem as if the things we do don't matter, and that we are all ultimately just victims of our circumstances, if we can take a step back to gain a greater sense of perspective, we'll often see the significant and long-lasting impact of our decisions, not just on our life, but on the lives of those around us as well. In the 1990s blockbuster, Jurassic Park, Jeff Goldblum's character, Ian Malcolm, describes the butterfly effect by stating, "A butterfly can flap its wings in Peking, and in Central Park you get rain instead of sunshine," illustrating that even those decisions that appear on the surface to be the most peripheral carry the potential to affect our lives and the lives of those around us in ways that we can never imagine. Our lives are a direct result of the cumulative decisions we make, not just on a day-to-day, but on an instant-to-instant basis. Though at times we may feel powerless, if we can change the quality of the decisions we make, we can ultimately change the quality of our life. The things we do matter, not just in our life, but in the universe around us. So for all our sake, please try to keep the bird's eye perspective in mind whenever possible. Be conscious of the wake you leave behind you. And be kind, for every vessel you meet faces a great voyage. Hey y'all, I just wanted to thank you for acknowledging the content that I spend so much time, energy, and money creating. If you like what you saw, please comment, like, share, subscribe, and follow. And stay tuned, because there's plenty more on the way. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, tip your servers, forgive your parents, spread love, and do your own damn thing, y'all. Go in peace.